Welcome to Maths and Science by IITian channel. In this lecture, I will be taking up a very highly challenging question on functions. A function is given, we have to find out the values of two variables such that the equation is satisfied, where both the variables are distinct, x is not equal to y and they are not equal to 1. Trivial solutions are not required. We want either a real solution or a complex solution, but not a trivial solution. X is not equal to y is not equal to 1. That is the condition. It's a very tough question and very challenging question of a level of either JEE Advanced or CSIR Mathematics of NET. The question looks simple, but it's not that simple as it looks. What it is, a single question, two variables, x to the power of ln y plus y to the power of ln x is equal to ln x to the power of y plus ln y to the power of x. Can we find out the pair of x and y to satisfy this equation? Or we can say it's a function of two variables. This part, if you say it as a, and this part if you call it as b, both a and b are functions of x and y. If function xy is equal to a minus b, rather we can write it as a function of xy minus b function of xy is equal to 0. Can we solve this function? On face value, it looks like that it's a simple real solution. No. We have to go for complex analysis to find out the solution for this particular function xy to satisfy function xy is equal to 0, where axy minus bxy is equal to 0, where axy is x to the power of ln y plus y to the power of ln x and bxy is ln x to the power of y plus ln y to the power of x. Let us try to analyze the behavior of this function and how best we can go further to get real solutions or a complex solution. We will move with the complex solution and let us see what happens. This is a very highly advanced mathematics question. Please pay attention to it. Till the end, please see this lecture, and it's very useful for higher level complex analysis and functions, especially functions. To solve the problems, the concepts are very much important. Let us try to solve it and grasp the concepts inside it. Let us move forward. What is the question given? Find xy such that x is not equal to y is not equal to 1 and x to the power of ln y plus y to the power of ln x is equal to ln x to the power of y plus ln y to the power of x. I prefer to give the original functions originate from my intuition and solve them so that couple of concepts which are there inside that particular example can be explained to you. These are all higher mathematics questions. Let us say, what is it is given? X to the power of ln y. No values are given here, only simple one equation with two variables. X to the power of ln y plus y to the power of ln x is equal to ln x to the power of y plus ln y to the power of x. From the symmetry of the equation, I prefer to take complex analysis and I want to assume that x and y are complex conjugates. It is only assumption. Let me see whether I can arrive at a solution or not. Assumption x and y are complex conjugates with respect to each other. Then x, let me assume it as e to the power of I theta. What is the complex conjugate of e to the power of I theta? Y will be, as per my assumption, minus I theta. Here theta is a variable. I want to bring this particular equation in the form of a single variable. It's a double variable equation. What I require is, for solving, function xy is equal to x to the power of ln y plus y to the power of ln x minus, for a solution, this is what is required, ln x to the power of y plus ln y to the power of x is equal to 0. I want solution for this equation. Function xy is equal to 0. This is what is required. Now, I want to convert into a single variable. Then how it will be? Function theta is equal to, instead of x, you please put e to the power of I theta. This whatever conjugate, complex conjugate I have assumed from the symmetry. There is a logic behind it. From the symmetry I have assumed x is e to the power of I theta whole to the power of, what is ln y? If this what I assumed, then these two will, ln x will be I theta and ln y is equal to minus I theta. Do you agree? I substitute these values here in this original equation. fxy has become f theta, e to the power of I theta to the power of ln y. Ln y is minus I theta. Sorry, here I am using red pen. Let me use red pen. Plus y is, what is y? E to the power of minus I theta whole to the power of ln x is I theta. This part is our first part minus. Second part is ln x is I theta to the power of y e to the power of minus I theta. Don't worry about the complexity of the equation. It will be simplified in few more steps. You will understand the logic. You understand the concepts and procedure. What is ln y? Minus I theta. What is x? To the power of x means to the power of e to the power of I theta. That means I have to solve for function theta is equal to 0. So that I will get the value of theta, then I will put it in x and y. So that I will get the value of x and y. Which implies f theta is equal to e to the power of I theta to the power of minus I theta. What will be its value? E to the power of minus I square theta square. Because a to the power of m to the power of n is equal to a to the power of mn. I theta into minus I theta will be minus I square theta square. This will be e to the power of minus I square theta square minus you just see, these two are complex conjugates. In case of complex conjugates, if z is equal to a plus ib, z bar is equal to a minus ib, which implies z plus z bar is equal to 2a. That is equal to 2 into real part of z. Do you agree? This is a important concept from complex numbers. We have taken x and y as complex numbers. Hence, when these two complex conjugates z plus z bar are taken, then what will be its value? 2 into real value of z. Do you agree? Here what is the real value of z? This is z. This is z bar. That means the equation becomes f theta is equal to e to the power minus I square is plus 1. Because I is equal to square root of minus 1. I is equal to square root of minus 1. I square is equal to minus 1. Minus I square is equal to 1. Therefore, this becomes f theta is equal to e to the power of theta square plus e to the power of theta square. This is one value minus 2 into real value of I theta to the power of e to the power of minus I theta. Now, the equation is reduced to a single variable like this. F theta is equal to 2 into e to the power of theta square minus 2 into real part of I theta to the power of e to the power of minus I theta. In this, 2 into e to the power of theta square is a regular equation which can be solved with two values of theta, whereas the main problem of solving this equation lies here. How to find out the real value of I theta to the power of e to the power of minus I theta. That is the crux of the problem, that is the heart of the problem, that is the toughest part of the problem. Now, how to find what is the real value of real part of I theta to the power of e to the power of minus I theta. So that these values, once you start finding, it's not only about this question. If any question of this sort, finding the real values, finding the imaginary values from the complex equations, once we know that concept, then we can apply for any problem which we come across in the examination. Let us try to find out this. This is what we have to find out. I theta, what is actually I theta to the power of e minus I theta? What it is? Then, by taking logs, what happens? E to the power of minus I theta into ln I theta is equal to ln A. Which implies A is equal to e to the power of e to the power of minus I theta into ln I theta. Do you agree? That means, please try to understand the concept here step by step. If you don't understand, try to understand and see it for multiple times, but try to understand the concept. E to the power of minus I theta is equal to e to the power of e to the power of minus I theta into ln I theta. Now, in this equation, we know from basics of complex numbers, ln I theta is equal to ln theta plus I into pi by 2. Now, what is e to the power of I theta? We know very well from Euler's formula, e to the power of I theta is equal to cos theta minus I sin theta. This is also, please remember. Now substitute these values in this. Here we will substitute. Now what happens? I theta to the power of e to the power of minus I theta is equal to e to the power of minus I theta. It is minus I theta, sorry, e to the power of minus I theta. E to the power of minus I theta, what we can say? Cos theta minus I sin theta. Cos theta minus I sin theta into ln I theta is ln theta plus I pi by 2. And what we are interested in? Real part of this particular equation. After doing little bit of algebra and complex analysis rearrangement, we will get that real part of I theta to the power of e to the power of minus I theta is equal to e to the power of because you have to expand this also, you will get some values. E to the power of cos theta ln theta plus pi by 2, because I into I square minus I square is plus pi by 2 sin theta into cos pi by 2 cos theta minus sin theta ln theta. This is the value of the real value of this function I theta to the power of e to the power of minus I theta. Again you cross verify one by one. E to the power of minus I theta is cos theta minus I sin theta. Ln I theta is equal to ln theta plus I pi by 2. Then e to the power of minus I theta into ln I theta. The exponent only we are multiplying. This is the exponent. Then e to the power of this exponent cos theta minus I sin theta into ln theta plus I pi by 2. That will be equal to cos theta plus ln theta pi by 2 sin theta plus I into pi by 2 cos theta minus sin theta ln theta. From this, because I values, real values and imaginary values, you keep it aside. From this step to this step, you take it as a homework and kindly do on your own. Now, we got the real value of that particular f theta. Now, what is f theta? Sorry, not f theta, for this particular value. Real value of I theta to the power of e minus I theta. What is f theta? F theta is equal to 2 into e to the power of theta square minus 2 into e to the power of cos theta ln theta plus pi by 2 sin theta into cos pi by 2 cos theta minus sin theta into ln theta. This is the value of f theta. Now, single variable, single equation, single variable, single equation, we can easily solve this equation using trial and error method. Starting with theta is equal to 1, we can get the value of theta as using our online calculator. We can get the theta value as 1.068. Using online calculator, we can easily find out the value of theta. Whether it is a CSIR examination or JEE advanced examination, if online calculator is provided, you can use the online calculator and find the value of theta. Start with theta is equal to 1 and try to make this equation is equal to 0. Then you try to find out the value of theta, and at one value of theta 1.068, you will get that equation is getting satisfied. When theta is equal to 1.068, then what is the value of x? X is equal to e to the power of I theta and y is equal to e to the power of minus I theta. That implies x is equal to e to the power of 1.068 I into 1.068 I, sorry, I let us write here, and y is equal to e to the power of minus 1.068 I. You try to find as a homework, use your online calculators or your calculators, try to find if any other value of theta satisfies the equation f theta is equal to 0. Now, from a function of fxy, we transformed it to single variable function. We transformed the function to a single variable function. From the single variable function in complex plane, we try to find out the value of theta for which the given f theta equation is satisfied, and from f theta equation, once theta is found out, we have put back, substituted that value of theta in x and y, and we got the values of x and y. That's how we have proceeded. First we have assumed that solution will be a complex solution, and we have assumed that that solution can have conjugate complex numbers, and from there we got the values of x and y as conjugate, complex conjugate. And now you understood the procedure, you got the equation with you. I want to give you homework. One is that try to find any other value of theta and x and y for the given equation other than what we have found here, other than theta is approximately 1.068, and also try to find out, if not the complex value, try to find out the real number solution if it exists. This is your homework. How to write e to the power of I theta? Once we know that is equal to x, that is equal to e to the power of 1.068 I, that is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. That is equal to cos, these are all radians, 1.068 plus I into sin 1.068. That means e to the power x is equal to, rather I can say x is equal to cos 1.068. What is its value? Once radians are there, you have got the online calculator with you. Try to find out. And what is the sin 1.068? That also you try to find out. It is 0.481 plus I into sin 1.068, 0.876. This is the value of x. And what is the value of y? Y is equal to 0.481 minus, because it is a conjugate, complex conjugate of x. That's what we have assumed. 0.876 I. It's a very tough problem. We have assumed certain things and we have arrived at certain values and we got some value, and try to find out if there are other solutions. Please comment in the comments column so that I will reply to you. And if you feel there is a value addition to your knowledge because of this lecture, kindly share and subscribe to my channel Maths and Science by IITian, and also kindly hype my video so that other people will get benefited to whom it has not reached. Let us help each other. Hype my video to your friends. Please hype it so that they will also understand what type of problems can be solved and how problems can be solved. It is a higher mathematics for JEE Advanced, JEE Mains and CSIR Mathematics. And also, please take membership in my channel. That's open now, membership. At a very minimum price I have put the membership. Try to take the membership. That is also available. You join as a member in my group so that I try to provide yearly videos to you or some other benefits. Best of luck to you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for viewing my lecture. Kindly share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.